Christ. What did Christ really come to do? Did he come to show us the way of life, or did he come to be the life? See, because now there is the difference between being like Christ and doing things like Christ. You know, see, we cannot do things that Christ did without Christ. Because if we just do things the way that Christ did them, that will become work. But if we do things because of who Christ is in us, it becomes a lifestyle. And I think that no matter what we try to do, we can never do things for Christ without Christ. Because that is why even in the Bible, Jesus says that I came to be the life, to be the abundant life. See, even the Bible in John 16, verse 33, he says that I came to be the life. I came to give you peace. You will have tribulation in this world, but have courage. I will be your peace. I will give you peace. See, now there is a sense of, if I do all these things, if I can volunteer at church, if I attend church on all the Bible studies, therefore I will be counted as a Christian. But the problem now is that many people are leaving the church, not because we're not doing the things like Christ, but because they don't see Christ in us. We don't have compassion, we don't have love, we don't have patience, we don't have empathy, we don't have sympathy. See, the great things is not to show people that you have read all the things that Jesus did. The great things is to be like Christ, is to find people where they are, sit with them, talk to them. See, what Jesus did in the Bible is the poor, the hungry, the sick, he found them where they were. He didn't try to get them where he was. He went down, he humbled himself, because that's what true love does. True love humbles you to find people where they are, to have empathy, to have sympathy, to try to talk to someone and listen to where they are without judgment. And now many people, especially young people, are leaving the church. They're not leaving the church because the sermons are not good. They're not leaving the church because the programs are not good or the music is not great. But they're leaving the church because they can't find anybody who sits with them, who sits down and say, I understand where you are, I have been there, who sits with them and be quiet and listen. See, when the woman who was found sleeping with the person that we still don't know in the Bible, when they brought her to Jesus, Jesus was writing something in the ground. He was quiet. He wasn't quick to speak. He wasn't quick to fix her. He was in silence. He was being present with her. And now many people are tired because they have so many people around them, but no one can hear them. We have many people with depression in the church, but they can't talk to anyone. We have a high number of divorce in the church, but no one can talk about anything to anyone in the church, because the church has become so much about us. It has become about the work that we do and not the lifestyle. That is why even the Bible says that we must become like Christ. Christ-like and doing things like Christ are two different things. You can do things like Christ and not have Christ in your heart. But being Christ-like, it means that you love Christ. It means that you look upon Christ. It means that you surrender yourself and trust Christ. It means that you don't stop. You don't stop learning and loving Him and learning and loving Him and learning that this life is a journey, that we become more like Christ, not overnight, not because we have faith, but because we trust on a relationship. The more you invest in a relationship, the more it grows. And the more you know Christ by spending time with Christ. But now we don't read the Bible to see who Christ was. Now we read the Bible to see what Jesus did. See, because love is not selfish. Love is kind. Love is patient. Love is seeing your neighbor who's hungry and you feed them. How many of us have done that lately? How many people did you get out of your way to say, you know, I'm going to truly pray for you? Now, when we say, I want to pray for you, it has become just a saying because we're so busy. I mean, so busy, right? I mean, it is hard to find time to care for people. It is hard to find time to actually say, I will call you back. But do we always call back? And that is the thing. I think that we have come to a point where we are having so much knowledge about Christ. but we are not caring so much about Christ in our lives, in our character, in our values, in the way we talk to people. That's why the Bible says that you will be the light and the salt. Being the light, it means that you don't run after people to tell them about Christ. It means that you look like Christ. It means that there's something about you that attracts people to you, that you don't even have to go to people. People will want to be in your presence. Being the salt, it means that the words that come out of your mouth are words of kindness, words of encouragement, words that are positive, words that do not degrade anybody. You don't bully others, you don't judge others. Your words reflect Christ. Your words reflect the way that Jesus talked to the poor, to the sick, to the prostitute, to the sinners. How do you talk to people who don't look like you? How do you talk to people who make you uncomfortable? That's the question. Even me, I get tempted, I get tried by people who always push me beyond my limits. But I have to understand that I'm still on a journey, that if Jesus is in my heart and Jesus is the master of my life, I can do all things through him. Not just for him, but through him. And now we are doing things for him and not through him. And I think that the reason why many people see us as Christian and not more like Christ is because they see what we do, but they don't see the life. They don't see the lifestyle. And the light and the salt are the things that will attract people to us. Not what we say, but how we treat them. That's why the saying, people will know you by the way you make them feel. They won't remember what you say, they will remember how you make them feel. And I think it's the same way. People won't remember what you say about Christ. They will remember what they see in you about Christ. Because that's what happens, how we make people feel. And there is no surprise that every time we say, I'm a Christian, people look down. They don't get excited because there is no light, there is no salt. Like, oh, yeah, of course, you're the most conservative and hateful and judgmental people. We can be. That's true. But the reason why is because everything that we do, we're trying to fix people instead of loving them. We're trying to fix people instead of sitting down with them, instead of learning their story. We're trying to pray for people before people that even tell us what they want the prayers for. Doing things like Christ, does that mean that you necessarily look Christ-like? Christ-like is a lifestyle. Doing things like Christ is work. And that's why even the Bible says that no matter what you're going to do, you're going to preach and speak in tongues and heal the sick. But at some point I may say, get away from me, I do not know you, because the heart, people can see your heart. People can know when you're genuine and when you're not. Because Jesus did not come to show us the life. Jesus came to be the life, to become the abundant life, to rely on him, on how to be better, be kinder, be compassionate, have more sympathy, because it is hard. This world is dark. This world is selfish and is going to swallow you like you don't even understand. But yet, Jesus says, take courage. In this world, you will have tribulation, but in me, you will have peace. In me, not because of me, but in me. I can do all things through Christ. And if we become more relying on Christ than our own work, we will be able to grow the light and the salt in us because of him, not because of what we know about him.